Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. Got him, man. It's London. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3 now. Nick's off the play action. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play action with Nix. Connects with Bateman. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. One after try good by Riker. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Riker set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to the air here. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Blown back to the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for Nix. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. So fourth down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Rams will take possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Airing it out to start this drive. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Takes the handoff, now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Called for and received. Fair catch this time, but, oh, hang on, flag down. Well, if there's an avoidable penalty, Brock, that's probably it. He just didn't let him make the fair catch, and that's going to help their field position considerably. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. They'll cobble together a yard there. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept Hawkins, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Jukes one defender, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. So 5 yards there, but still 1 in the hole. It's 3rd and 11.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the 1st. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Falcons 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. Check go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Bateman hauls it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's go.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's go now.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Nick's looking to throw. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. Reichard on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits his running back. Bouncing football. But Ram found his way to the football first, and they avoid the turnover. Whew. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Rams push their lead to 3. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. We're looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the right side. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Moore going to motion over right. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Receiver gets it on the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Go!
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and we've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Falcons scoop it up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And the Rams are going to take over after the interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams take a 16-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Robinson on the inside give. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Nix now to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Punting unit out now. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So we're through three here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. All right, here we go. Second down. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. Throwing from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Falcons will take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready? Set, go.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Connects with Bateman. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Nix from the gun. This throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Here's Robinson. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group off.
And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a one-score ball game. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Running this one left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Running it after the penalty. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 3, but that still leaves him with 2nd and 17. Brown on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They give it to him again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons at a 2-score deficit. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. Room inside the 10. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On the set.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go now.
Nick's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake London with the touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Rams get on top of the kick, and that should ice this game away. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded